And we are live. Yes, yes. Hello, everybody. It's always so exciting to press that go live button. And today it's Tuesday. It's my favorite day of the week, and it's even getting more and more better day of the week because I have a guest on my go lives, and today again I have those two beautiful, amazing ladies, Sashini and Joan. Sashini is from Sri Lanka, and she's based in Kenya, and she's a mompreneur. And Joan is based in Australia, and she's our dedicated nurse. And while we were having a chat, she actually just running her business successfully. So, so we were congratulating her on her new milestones here. So she will definitely gonna share about that on her page. And today, on this high note, I actually want to talk and discuss with those with my guests here about some myths. I cannot even pronounce the word, but like the questions we're getting and why people have these misconceptions and questions about starting digital businesses. So we want to address maybe not such a comfortable topic, but we are not afraid to discuss any topics when it comes to our opportunity because we have very good hair. So today we will discuss a few questions we're usually getting, and we're gonna address that. So Sashini, what's your myths you want to bust today and just to be clear about?
Thank you, Giedre. Hi, Joan. Hi, Giedre. And hi to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, wherever you are watching from today. So, yes, like Giedre said, we have so many questions popping in, and sometimes people are skeptical. They have these myths in their heads, thinking about various, myths where they are thinking or that avoiding from joining a digital business. So we like to talk about a few today. So I thought I'll talk about two myths today. So the first one will be that people think that you need to be tech savvy to join our digital business. But when I started, I wasn't even having a proper social media presence, and I was not this techie person. But our system is so supportive. We have a proven system, and half of it is automated, so it really helps us. It does like most of the work for us. So you don't need to be tech savvy to start your digital business, and we have a special training platform where we have video based training which is step by step, so everything is taught and you don't have to worry about anything. You just need your mindset has to be right to start. So that's one. And another one is that you need to work 24/7. People think that, okay, when you start a business, you'll be really busy and you need to put in so much work. But let me tell you, I'm a mom and an HR professional, but these days I'm not doing my HR work. Once I started the business, I've taken time off because my digital business is going well. So you don't need to work all the time like a 9 to 5 job. If you have your phone or your laptop, if you put in around 2 hours or 3 hours a day, it's more than enough. And you can work from anywhere, on the go. Or even at home while you're cooking. While I'm a mom of two boys, two little boys, so while cooking, I'm attending to my children's work, or while I'm even going to pick them up from school, or anything, grocery shopping, I'll just take my phone and just see what my emails, messages, my client queries. I will just answer to them. And so it's basically like a business on the run, business on the go. So you don't need a lot of time to run your business. At the beginning, yes, during your training period, you need to, well, put in a little effort to go through your training period. But once you have set it up, it's all good. If you have 2 to 3 hours a day, it's more than enough. And you can also use various time pockets during the day. It's not just 2 to 3 hours at a stretch. Various time pockets, like I said, while you're cooking, or any running your errands, you can just attend to your business. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Sashini.
Thanks, Sashini. Yeah, I agree with you. And like for you, like talking from the source, from a busy mom, it is doable. And you're right when you said that you need some more time and effort to start it, because you do need to go through training. And but again, it's no time limit. You can do it, in a week, in 2 weeks, in a month. It's up to you. But as much as you dedicate those hours to go through the training, because basically what you have to do, you have to build um, your Facebook page and create and when I'm saying creating your website, actually you don't have to create it, you just have to choose what you want it to be. We have a team who does that for you. So so it's not that you have to actually become a website designer or anything like that. No, not at all. But there are certain steps you need to take. And I love the way you said that, use the time pockets. It's gold, because usually we waste them. You scroll, just yeah, usually what you do these days, you do scroll. So and now you actually do scrolling with purpose, because you're answering the questions, and I know, creating your posts, or sharing your content on educating, other moms about this business opportunity. So very well said, and thanks for talking about those myths, because they're true, and people are afraid. Myself, I was very afraid of technical part, because I know how to post it on Facebook, but that's pretty much. So yeah. What about you, Joan? What do you find that stops people or of taking the action?
Thank you, Giedre. How are you? I hope you're
Very good.
good.
Yeah, thank
Hi,
you.
Sashini. It's lovely to see you here. Um, One thing that I remember that was key for me and has been key for my business partners, they always said to me, I'm too busy to start. Now, give me one person who is not busy, just one. Everybody is busy with something. But you know what? When something is important for you, you make the time. For example, making dinner, it's important to make dinner. You would otherwise say, I'm too busy to make dinner. But because it's important, you make time. Now, we are not looking for free time here and there. We are actually looking for freedom. And in order to gain that freedom, you need to be intentional with your time. What Sashini said is very key. You need to actually be intentional with those pockets of times. You have 30 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Life is not going to slow down for anyone. And that's the reality. We can deny it, we can say any other way, but life is not going to slow down. The truth is, we are all busy. Now, and I tell you what, our business is actually built for busy people. Look at us, the three of us on here. Sashini is a mom. She's busy running up and down. Giedre is a traditional business owner. She's busy with that, but she also has her business. I'm a registered nurse and I work. I still work. So between that and my digital business and my other responsibilities, we're still busy, but we are doing the business. You know why? Because we have automated systems. They do the work for us. We have a step-by-step training. And most of all, we have mentorship on your schedule. What does that mean? Because you have one-on-one mentor, that mentor is going to work with you when you are available. There's no pressure. It is at your convenience. And you don't need to really be available all the time. You just say, I'm available at this time, and we work with that schedule. And I can tell you, as you've seen on the screen, many of us started when we were juggling full-time jobs or businesses or parenting, and we didn't have the time either. But we used the little time that we had. And that's, that's why we can sit here today on a Tuesday afternoon for me. And I can do this because you know what? It's important for me. So I'm here. Now, the second myth that's so critical, people say it's too late to start because they look at social media, they think social media is too full, and they feel like the digital space is too full, it's growing. I tell you what, there is room for every one of us. There's nothing like it's too much. Yes, the world has shifted and the world has gone digital. I own a traditional business, and I can tell you very clearly it has been hard for us to move into the digital space. But we recognize that the digital space is where we are meeting our clients, and we need to meet them halfway. So there is more space for everybody, and more people are coming onto online every day. And you need to position yourself for the future. The digital space is the future. AI, it's here. All those things are already here. And, we've seen people in their 40s, 50s, even 60s, and they are thriving online. And it's not just the young who are ready to go. No, it's for those people who are determined and ready to choose a new direction. Now, you're not starting from scratch. Absolutely not. You are starting from the experiences of one another, because in our community, we thrive on helping one another. I cannot stress that enough. If if we didn't do that in our community, it would be absolutely hard and horrendous for people to come into the digital space. But we rely on each other's experiences, and we help one another, and we grow, we teach each other. And today, Tuesday, is a very beautiful day for all of us because we get that. We get that training and that relying on one another and learning from one another. So the digital space is not full for anyone, and it's not too late to start.
Oh, Joan, thank you. I could listen to you all day. Yes, your voice is so soothing and so reassuring. And that's totally true what you said. Like totally. It's you know what? Look around. Like even if we're gonna compare digital world to real world, there are shops on every corner. There are hairdressers at every corner, and they
Yeah.
all have, they are customers. It's the same
Yes.
here.
Yes. Yes.
There are billions of people, so how can it be too late to start? Nobody gonna talk to my people, nobody gonna talk to Sashini's people. That's her job to talk to her people. so and that's the beauty of it. It's not it's not about too late or too old. And when it comes to too old, I think people were in their like 50s, 60s, they kind of finding their new way of living, and it's so
Yes.
beautiful to look at them. So I think sometimes in a way, maybe young people are maybe more technical and they're born into this digital age, but
Yes.
the older people, I don't like saying that, but I mean like more mature people, they kind of curious to find out, and when they allow themselves to explore this, they're blooming. Like seriously, it's so beautiful. And we are kind of in between. We're not too young and not too old. So we are all
True.
as well right in the sweet spot. So we can learn from our kids, and we can learn from more mature people as well. So that's a sweet spot. I find sometimes I'm being asked, do I have to be like how you call those, do you have to have loads of followers? Do I have to be like influencer? And it's like, No, you don't have to. It's not quantity what we want. We want quality. And
Yes.
your aim is not to talk to whole world, even though we are global and we have a possibility of that. But you don't need to approach or to be heard by everybody. That's why we don't need many followers. It's about talking to right people. And I'm talking to women in their 35 plus who are in the same kind of lifestyle, or they are the same kind of similar way of living, going through the same kind of stages in life. And that's why we're doing attraction marketing. And that's why I don't need to attract everybody, like maybe and same for you. So it's not about being an influencer and followers. It's nice to have, like, oh, I have that many followers. But I like that joke, that if, like, to have millions of followers, it's like money in Monopoly. You cannot really do anything with it. So it's better to have maybe your top fans who are supporting you on your journey. But yes, followers are nice, but it's not necessarily saying that it's converting you into something, or that your business is successful because you have loads of followers. So really, it's not our aim to have loads of followers and to become influencers. If that comes with it, fine, beautiful,
Yes.
but it's not the goal. And another one would be, oh, but I'm gonna have to do it on my own. And as Joan said, you're not alone. We are all independent business owners. Yes, we're making decisions for ourselves. We're scheduling our time. We do everything, what has to be done. But we have a global supportive community, and you're never on your own. Never, except if you choose to be. If you're not gonna ask for help, if you're not gonna show up for the meetings, if you're not gonna be in trainings, if you're not gonna be talking to a mentor and coach, yes, but it's your choice. We have I myself, when I started, I was silent mouse in the corner, but I showed up for the meet. I didn't ask for help because I wasn't sure I can, but I was showing up for the meetings, for the global meetings, for the training, but I never asked for anything. And then I realized that, hang on, it's going to be a very long journey if I'm going to keep silent. So now when I understood that it's a teamwork, and that's why would you make your life harder than it has to be? There are 10 minds, on the chat who can answer that question, from different perspective, rather than, of course, nobody's saying that somebody will come and do the job for you. No, we're not about that. But you have to be resourceful, and it's your business. But help and resources are there. So that's something new for me, because I never been in the environment like that, where everybody's eager to help you and share their experience. And like, when we say share, that's what it is. like
Yes.
truly and honestly. And just before going on live, we were talking about Joan. She's our superstar, because she was that shy person who never been on camera before, and now she's a bright star. And yes, it was
She's our
very.
shining star.
Yeah, she is. And so are you, Sashini. Like, even myself, I never been on camera, never been on social media, and but we're here because we see the purpose. We see the how we can help more beautiful women just like us, to hear this message and just to encourage them. And yes, yeah, I'm pouring my heart here. So Sashini, just once again, talk to those moms who are saying too busy.
Yes, and something else that I also remembered, I've also got questions where people ask me, they've seen us talking in English on our business pages. So they ask me, do you need to do this business in English? No, absolutely not. You can just do it in your native language. I'm natively Sri Lankan. I've seen, and we have so many Sri Lankans, talking in their native language and doing this business, and who are really successful. And I'm sure there are others as well. Joan, you're natively from
Uganda. I'm from Uganda.
Uganda, yes. And then Giedre, you're from Lithuania. So though we are talking in English, this is not our first language, and you can still do your business. If you start your business, you can still do it in your native language and still be successful.
Very good point, Sashini. Yes, like yes, we wouldn't be able to communicate three of us together if we would, wouldn't have any English. But seriously, English is not the well. It is kind of main language for the community to communicate. But so many groups, so many trainings are already in different languages as well. So yes, that's a very good point, Sashini. Yeah, it's not only English, even though it's the most common, easiest language, to communicate. But you can run your business after you set it up in your own language. That's a very good point.
I have to say that this afternoon the contract that I was signing is with somebody from my country, and I
Okay.
tell you, the whole time we were doing all the documents and everything, and we were speaking in our mother tongue, like we were speaking our language, and it was so comforting, and knowing that I'm guiding her, and because I'm her mentor, I'm guiding her and showing her what to do, but I'm speaking to her in the same language. And I think that made it easier. And, we were able to sign the contract much quicker.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing, like, and that's again, it's not too many people, because I wouldn't be able to speak in whatever languages in Uganda, and you can do that, and vice versa. So it's always about, it's about attraction marketing, and that's why it's a
The
it's a
beauty of
simple
this
in a
business.
way. Yeah, and it is. Yes, Shini, very very well said. And that's why, we are not afraid, to share this, and not even afraid. We're happy to do that. Afraid is not even the word we should be using. So yes, any thoughts on the topic? And probably we're gonna go, uh,
I can say something.
of course.
If you're watching us, today is the 10th of June. Don't wait for another year, Don't wait for another year to come and wish you had started, last year when you watched this interview. Start today. Even though you don't know, even though you're scared, start today. And there will always be somebody to hold your hand, because your mentor is there to hold your hand. And that's what we do. To tell you the truth, it's very good for me to get success and I feel good. But when I see my mentees getting success, it means the world to me. If I can sit here and help my mentee understand even one thing, and for me, that is success more than anything else. So there will always be somebody. Don't wait. Don't wish a year later that I wish I had started. Start now. Start today. Start with what you've got. And the results will tell for themselves.
Oh, that's so nice. And really, like, we always think that what one day, someday, another time. It's not right time. The time is now. The time is, it's choice. It's not time. And as you said in the beginning as well, Joan, that when you know that you have to do certain things, you find the time. You
Yeah.
find the time. You prioritize, and it seems that we don't have time. But somehow, when something happens, you can shift. You find those pockets of time, and just have a look, go through your day, and be honest with yourself. Where did you, could squeeze that in, and when you find it, you will realize that you really have time. And the thing is, and the beauty is that you don't have to sit like 5 straight hours and do this. As Sashini was saying, it's time pockets, and we all have them. We all have the time pockets. And when you see that the ultimate goal is flexibility and freedom.
Ooh.
Woohoo! I love
It's
that. I love
amazing.
that.
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
that so much. Like I can't. I see myself already. When you actually gonna commute. When I will be commuting just by choice, not because I have to. And I kind of it's itchy. When you think about it. So it's kind of it's and it is coming. And as somebody said in our community as well, there is no way to fail in this business. At least you will stop and quit. So it's very, very reassuring. It's no timeline, when we're not going to tell you that you're going to be succeeding in a week, a month, or a year. It's up to you, because we all have the same tools, but the variable is you, me. Sashini's is different story, mine is different, Joan is going on her own terms, but the tools are there, resources are there. So only one variable, it's you. So there is no, it's not a race, but when you have your why, and we have very few, three strong ladies here with the very big whys here, and and we encourage you to watch the space.
Yep.
Okay, ladies, it's such a pleasure to have you here. I expect that we're gonna have another call next week, and I'm looking forward for that already. And maybe we're gonna have a new faces on the call as well, very, very soon. so so with this high note and the good vibes, we're letting you go, everybody. Have a lovely rest of the week, and we will be talking to you next week. Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye. Have a nice day.